Jared Benner here, and I got back from my visit with Washington State, and I say Washington State instead of Seattle, even though the Seattle's in the title, because I wasn't just in Seattle. Like, we were in Tacoma too, and we went all the way to Puyallup. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, and because we had to pick up a niece there, and we drove through Auburn, which just happens to be the city that I was born in Washington State. My dad was also born in Washington State, and then my mom was born in Belize. But we did so much there. I really, just like I said we got to see a lot of our family. My dad, he came all the way from Belize to go to Washington State. We ate a lot of food. My shirt has food. It's that I'm here for food shirt. And we ate a lot of food. I gained 10 pounds while I was there. That's a lot of weight. I don't remember the last time I gained so much weight. And we really did a whole lot. The weather there, we had some really mixture of weather. We had days that were rainy. We had days that were super foggy. And then we had days that were really nice and clear, and you could see the mountains, and it was just really beautiful. So it was very diverse. One day that we were there, it never snowed while we were there, but one day that we were there was frost all over some of the areas on the ground and on the roofs. But so there was some frost. It was 29 degrees that morning, which I think would be the reason why it caused the frost, and it was in like the 30s throughout the entire day that day. While the entire time that I was there, the temperatures have been in the low 30s and then in the high 40s, or mid 40s. But like the last day that we were there, or the last day that I was there, it got up to like low 50s. And we went to, my dad and I, we went to the university that he went to, which was the University of Washington, and I got these shades. When I went there, it has purple, the shade part, and then the gold because of the, the husky colors, and it has the W's on the sides. So I got these shades because I needed new shades for when I'm driving. And then also, while we were there, I bought a Mark Driscoll book in a bookstore there in Seattle. Mark Driscoll is a pastor in Seattle. And I bought Vintage Jesus. Every morning, my dad and I, we would walk to Starbucks in the morning, a few blocks up or down, and it was at like 5 in the morning, and then we would read, and while we're drinking our Starbucks, I finished the entire Vintage Jesus by Mark Driscoll in Seattle. And just so happens that also for my 21st birthday on the 21st of December, went to the movies to see the Muppets because, I used to like seeing the Muppets when I was little, and then went out to dinner, had a glass of wine and stuff like that. Then also part of my birthday gift was being able to go to the Seattle Seahawks football game on Saturday. They faced the 49ers, and I got this jersey from the one of the stores in the university, and it's a Miller jersey. He's a tight end for the Seahawks. So I got this jersey, and this jersey also counted as a Christmas gift. We exchanged some gifts, for Christmas and stuff like that. One of the things that I got for Christmas, I got a bunch of gifts, but was a Barnes & Noble gift card. So I decided to buy another Mark Driscoll book, and I got Religion Saves plus 9 other misconceptions. It's about misconceptions with things. So I got that, and also the same day that I went to the Seattle Seahawks football game, right after that, my dad and I went to Mars Hill Church, which is the church that the pastor Mark Driscoll preaches at. And like how they pass out those papers and stuff like that when you go to a church, it says Mars Hill Kids on it. And I got another thing that says Mars Hill Church on it. I thought I'd keep those, And we did some other things too, like we did spend a lot of time with family, like aunts and uncles, my grandparents. We stayed at their apartment, one of my brothers, nieces, and nephew, and all kinds of stuff, and cousins. And we went to um, this thing called Zoo Lights with my grandma, and it was really cool. It's like a zoo of Christmas lights that are in the shapes of these animals and sea animals and creatures, and and then like all over like plants, like trees and bushes and stuff. And it was really cool to see. And then we also um, we went to the public market at the Pike Place Public Market. Walked around there, and that's where the original Starbucks, the very first ever Starbucks, is at the Pike Place Market, and took a picture next to that. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I just found out while I was there. I knew about the whole Starbucks being originated in Seattle, but I never knew that Amazon.com originated in Seattle. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Amazon.com originated in Seattle, as well as the Starbucks, of course. And and then also we went to Lincoln Park, which is a really nice park in Seattle. It's and just a bunch of things, But it was a really great visit in Washington State, and I'm going to end like this. Yeah.